Here we go. We're live. Hey guys, Captain and Commander here. I don't know who's here yet. Probably nobody, but we had some technical difficulties which we've ironed out now, hopefully. So yeah. That's right. And we're looking forward to hearing you guys come in and chat with us. Still nobody here. Oh, I see people commenting. Can you hear us both? That's the most important question right away. Can you hear us both? Can you see us both? And we got Random Game User 42 here. She is going to be one of our moderators here, so that's awesome. It says no audio from Sam. So I might have to do this. There, can you hear Samuel now?
There's a delay, obviously, if I'm gonna... You're right, there isn't me in the live, is there? But
right,
now I...
Try now. Now.
Hello.
I've adjusted the mixer settings. That should do it.
Hello, hello, hello. Hello.
Yep. Hey, they can hear us both now, I guess, so... That's good.
I'm the wrong microphone, though. Which is weird, because that's on my end. I'm on the wrong microphone.
Anyway, you can hear us both, so that's good. Okay.
I sound rubbish. That's annoying. I have to fix that while you work out other things. But yeah, we're live. Hi. Hi, Stuart.
Hi, how's it going?
That's right. It's 10:22.
Well, no, it's not. It's only 5:22 here. We're 22 minutes late.
Do you want to have a fight? Are you saying that it's not? Are you saying... What are you saying?
I'm saying it's not.
I just changed my microphone. If that, I don't know if that made a difference, or I might have changed my microphone.
Whoa, which sounds very different in my ear. Anyway, we need to start addressing these people and work out the technical difficulties later, I guess. So hello everyone. Joe Torres is here, one of our lead admins.
I fixed it. We're all good. I'm happy now.
No one
I'm happy, guys.
I'm just gonna mute him. I can do that now. I know how to do it.
No. Why?
So Resurrected Starships. Hello, adorable humans. Jolan True. Resurrected Starships does some fantastic videos, by the way.
Oh, there's the faster stuff.
Yeah, man. Fast is the way to go.
A lot of work. A lot of work in those.
Oh, absolutely. So yeah. So we're here to talk all things Star Trek, whatever you guys.
But there's nothing to talk about. Star Trek's boring, right? There isn't much to talk about, surely.
Right.
Not the breadth of the universe and.
Well, we might even do some giveaways and stuff. We've got a lot of things that we could possibly do. So it's funny because on my live dashboard it says live, but I have video. This video is unavailable, so I'm very confused.
Well, I'm looking at.
I can see us on OBS, so.
And we are live on the live of the live.
All right. Well, send me that link, actually, Samuel. Maybe it's.
I just post it on the group. So professional. Like I said, this is our... I mean, because you saw, guys, Stuart did 2 amazing lives, like a little one and a longer one, and this is kind of our getting more into it. Because we've heard good things about doing lives, and you guys have sort of asked for them.
Yes.
So now here we are. So, do you guys have any initial questions straight from the outset? Anything you want to know?
Go. We...
Dutch? Jewish? What? No, Spock. Spock with everyone's.
Yeah. Right.
Which live chat?
It should be Vulcan.
Which live chat should we? I agree. Which live chat should we look at? Do you think the one in the live banner?
Oh, apparently, I'm a bit quiet now.
It'll be perfect eventually.
Yeah. Well, hold on. Let's keep talking, and then I'll see if I can.
Okay. Adam Lyle, Ulilt. Can you tease an upcoming mission briefing or Trekyards? Yes. We spent a bit of time getting some Halo stuff, so I might have accidentally on purpose got some Halo assets, which is going to be fun because that is as canon as you can get, like we do with the Trek assets. And Stuart, who's not the biggest fan, he quite liked some of them. Maybe you'll see. So yeah, Halo. We did another one. Stargate, Halo, and Stargate both coming out for Trekyards, which I'm really excited about because surely. And you guys will enjoy that.
I got a note. We just got our first super chat of $4.99 from Pomdemus Maximus, And he did a live long and prosper symbol. So thank you very much. That's much appreciated.
And to you as well. Live as long as Trek. So, just all of time.
Well, some people think Trek is dead now because of Discovery. So
nope.
That's a separate.
Nope.
That's a separate conversation. What really gets me is the people that said that JJ revitalized Star Trek and bought it and saved Star Trek. He didn't. The old Star Trek wasn't going anywhere. The merchandising was still going strong. It was still a thing. It's not like every new incarnation of Star Trek, like JJ, or every new episode of Discovery erases one of the original series episodes. I like to make the joke that, there were 7 seasons of TOS. Now they're only down to 3. But I remember some of the other seasons, some of the other episodes that are now erased from history because of bad Trek.
Well, that's the problem, though, because is the new Trek retconning stuff? Like, for example, if the Franklin... So volume set 3 out of 8, Mona. Check that out. It's interesting. If the Franklin had been... If they'd suddenly invented, the first Warp 5 ship, and everyone in canon's like, that's the NX-01, then, well, is the Franklin version from the Prime correct? Is it not? You know what I mean? There's a point where, are you retconning, or are you just adding to it? Hence why Discovery is a bit of a problem, because it's like, don't change the old stuff as well. You have the power to, but just don't.
You've
so you
got
imagine old Trek could.
You've got the power. No.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. There's a reason why there's always Trek on TV somewhere, everywhere. There's a reason for that.
Yeah, absolutely. If there was no Trek on the air and no new movies, I'd still love the older Trek. Well, absolutely. That's why I say JJ didn't save Star Trek. He sure he made it, brought it to the forefront and made it accessible to like new people, and that's fine. It's not saving Star Trek. It wasn't dead, in my opinion. Anyway.
Yeah, it was in its least popular part of its history beyond after TOS, but that's because it had a big, massive, continuous 20-year bump of engagement. You know what I mean? But it was still enjoyed at all the shows.
We just got a question from Mark Equinox. Would you guys prefer a post-Nemesis show? Yes, 100%. We've been saying this all along. Even if they told us Discovery was a post-Nemesis show, I'd be like, hey, it makes sense. Spore drive technology is new. The Discovery design is new. The Klingons are some kind of mutated version of Klingons. Their ships are new because they found ancient Klingon ships that they pulled out of mothballs or something.
Boy, we hoped. We went so much going for that and hoped they would make that the thing, but that's not the thing.
Yeah.
Boo. Yeah, I think one thing is I want all the shows. I would love a show in the Lost Era, but as it should look, as it should be. I want another TNG show, just a different version, a different part of the same universe. So I'm fine with a pre-TOS show, but it should look like a pre-TOS show. So just saying, do you just want a future one? Well, no, I would happily have shows in all parts of the timeline just fit as if they're part of the timeline. That'd be nice.
Yeah, absolutely. And just saying, say it's a rebooted series, and we'd be so happy. It's a thing.
Mr. Wellington says the problem with Trek canon is Trek canon. It's like, yes, but we are 50 years into that. There isn't many other shows that have that. I mean, Doctor Who has it. If you watch Doctor Who, they've obviously got all of the timeline of all of humanity and beyond. They've gone to so many different parts of so many different versions of the future of Earth. And none of them can possibly coexist because, you've got an 80s version of Earth, and you've got a 60s version of Earth, and you've got 2010 versions of Earth, as in they designed that art style, and yet they're meant to be few, they can't possibly rectify that, so they just sort of ignore it. But Doctor Who's not about that, it's just, it isn't. It's not a continual thing.
Yes, indeed. Sorry, I just taking care of something else here on the side.
Hey guys at Trekyards. Hey Carl. Hello.
Where are we? Oh, there we are. All right.
Would you have liked the anthology series originally planned from Jay the Dog? Yes. I mean, you've seen Blood and Chrome, BSG Blood and Chrome. You could easily do, a cleverly, cheekily done green screen show with set pieces. Just make the Enterprise D bridge. All you do is you build the horseshoe and the front consoles, and then you do everything as green screen. Boom, you've got a cheap D bridge. I mean, you can make really clever versions. So yes, I thought it would have been good.
Yeah. Why did Kolithkor and Kang return to Deep Space Nine when Krell did not? Krell was in the episode Private Little War, where he sold muskets to primitives as an allegory for the Cold War, nuclear pro-life. Probably because he's not a Dahar master. That's just my guess. I don't know. He wasn't one of the team, or he passed away or something. You know, died an honorable death and all that jazz. Would be my guess.
I would go with Stuart. Anything TOS, I will say Stuart is the king. Stuart is the Dahar master of TOS.
Yay.
So I will succeed to his power there. Whereas Stargate, I think Stuart will say, yeah, Sam, whatever, I don't care. You can be the leader of that, it's fine.
Pretty much what he said, yes. No, I'm just kidding. Stargate, I just haven't really got into it. Like I said, I keep seeing the same crappy episodes over and over and over again.
Okay, what's a crappy episode?
Every one of them. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. It's like Deep Space Nine. I didn't like Deep Space Nine for a long time because when I caught it on TV, I always got the stupid episodes like from the first 3 seasons.
Like the jumping around with the singing.
Yeah, and now Deep Space Nine, because of Sylvia, she made me sit down and watch the whole thing, and now it's my favorite series of all of them. It's the best Trek in my opinion. So I don't know.
Well, my dad is very much, he doesn't care about watching shows in order. Like, he will if we do, but he doesn't care so much. And so, you know, he's watched suddenly jumping into season 5 of a show, and it's like, yeah, you're not going to enjoy it as much. Whereas if you start at the beginning in the correct way, there's a build up for a reason. And because you're not watching it week by week, and because you're watching season by season, you then get the pace that was, you know, thematically had the potential to be, but never was at the time. So if you start at the start, properly start at the start, and then, you know, season 1 has some real gems and some real meh. But still, I think better than TNG season 1, actually. A lot of the episodes. I mean, obviously it has 10 years of more technology, and Vancouver has amazing locations. You know, TNG 1 hasn't got many locations, so it just crummy sets for a lot of the alien planets. You know what I mean? When you have a, you know, medieval town that you can go to, well, obviously you can have a good production value looking thing. So.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. Samuel, can you send me a link to the live you're watching, because I'm having issues. Let's put it that way. Just send it via Skype or something.
I'll send it on Facebook.
Okay.
But Stuart, do you know what I always say when I'm on a thing with you? Why should people super chat? And what's the super chat, Stuart? Because we're also here to try and raise a little bit of channel, because we're not doing as well as we could do. So we're here to raise that. And why is that, Stuart?
Well, super chats are awesome because you can help out and donate directly.
Super chats are awesome. Super chats are cool when you're part of a team.
Plus, if you super chat, you can put a comment and then we can address that right away, instead of getting lost in there's a whole ton of stuff flying by. So, and yeah, last month wasn't the best for our income.
Yeah, we've been on a steady decline, and so we've got some plans. But it would be very helpful if you could press the super chat button, and then we can start, you know, talking to people directly. You know, throw any question you want, we'll answer it. Oh God, I just say that, this is going to be horrible. Even for $1, we'll answer a question. You know, throw out some. Tell you what, everyone throw out some food questions.
We just got a $10 super chat. What are your plans for merchandise? I like the shirt design, but I need more Trekyards merch in my life. Well,
that's nice to hear.
We have this one. There is one. We have our limited edition Trekyards shirts, first run up. I'll actually share the link right now in the group chat. Just let me find it here. And we also have other ones. We might even be giving away some of these today. These are sample shirts. They're like sweatshirts. These are double XLs. And Trekyards logo on them. So.
See, the problem is that we live in 2 different countries, and most of our audience is in America, and we haven't necessarily got space to actually have shirts, like a stock, especially this. I mean, I've not got space in this place, so the ability to have loads of shirts and send them is kind of hard for us. So we try and look for other ways of getting that done. Stuart found a tremendous system, which everyone should buy on that program, because that could be the answer, where we can just throw on different designs and people can buy them, and then we'll see. So that's it's genius if it works.
Yeah, I'm gonna paste the link down below in just a second.
I mean, I think we have like 7 shirt designs, as well as like 2 fleet yards, and we have 2 new potential big show things that we'll definitely do merchandise for.
Plus, future Trekyards badges, a complete collection of them.
Oh god, those are amazing.
Yes,
Oh,
and not
I
just
want them.
badges, like some.
Stuart, give me them.
Yeah, they're upstairs actually, so I don't even have them to show. I didn't expect to.
That was fine.
But yeah, stay tuned for those guys.
Just before it goes, we did see a Justin Hampton $5 super chat. Thank you very, very much. Believe me, these sorts of things do make a big difference. As like I say, Patreon and YouTube was a little bit red line this last month, and so anything you guys can put would be really appreciated. Which is a weird thing. Like, we want to do shirts, but without the basic income to spend the time to do the shirts, to make the income, we can't do the shirts. So the less we make on Patreon and YouTube, the less time we have to do other things, like the cool things like shirts. It's a really weird system. You know what I mean? So, if we can raise a bit of extra funds, we can put some time into other things. So, super chat if you want. Super chat $1 if you'd buy a shirt. There you go. I'm playing the system now.
Well, we have lots of plans for lots of different stuff. Like, this is one of the most popular designs. We haven't released this yet officially. A few people have it.
I can't even see it, so I don't know what he's holding up.
Well, it's the typical Trekyard shirt with the pinup girl.
Oh, okay.
I've given some away to like close friends and friends of the channel and stuff. But it's just to help promote. And this is done by Simon Marino. He did a fantastic job on this.
Nice.
It looks beautiful.
Nice.
And we have 2 artists that I'm talking to that I'm thinking of doing a line of these, like different pinups, like one in Endorian, one in Orion, just so we can have this, selection of shirts. So don't worry, we have lots planned for that, guys.
And I will go back into the chat in a minute, but just let us know who would buy a shirt with Stuart's ship on it, the Foley class, some sort of really nice render of that. Just say if you want a Foley shirt.
Speaking of, I know you guys are interested. The Foley class model, the molds are being poured next week, I've been told.
Wow.
So it'll be coming soon. Anyway, the company that's doing them got a cease and desist from CBS to stop Star Trek stuff, so they can't use the term Star Trek, Klingon, or Romulan. So anything that's been used in a show they can't sell, but any new fan-created designs are fine. So don't worry, the Foley class is still coming out. It's just been a little bit of a hiccup and a delay, but it should be out by the end of the year, so I will keep you guys apprised of that.
It's just called Star Tech, or Trek Stargate Wars.
We got I would love a Foley shirt from Christopher Bloor. So yay! Stop peddling your merch. Well, no.
We got a few people tagging us. We've got Michael Paulak, Trekyards Telethon. Yeah, kinda. If you can. Nathan Norman, Trekyards, what do you think of the Klingon uniform compared to Disco? I don't think there was a correlation from the innate armor of Disco to the uniform of TOS. How did you feel the change happened? I guess the old guard died or something. I don't know. I think we postulate that there is no KDF yet, Klingon Defense Force, so they're still using the whoever whatever armor, whereas then you get the everybody needs the same armor unification thing.
And we've done a whole video on the Klingons and how they can be retconned and fixed in Discovery. And I think we touched on the uniforms a little bit in that. So it is worth going and just typing in Trekyards Klingons, and you should be able to find the video really quickly.
Yep. But it would have been nice if they'd made added chainmail into the armor aesthetic. That would have been really cool, just to have, the link of that.
The Hunky Chunky Funky Monkey, £2 super chat. So thank you very much. It's all he could afford, but we're welcome to it. So thank you.
And Shauna Leatherman. No, it's not a lot, but I want to help. Hey, seriously, $2 or $1.99. That is all that is needed if enough of you can, really. So those things do make a big difference.
Guys,
but only about to...
Yeah, if you're going to super chat, feel free to ask us a question, because we'd love to address those. Ricky Schnurstein, sorry, don't kill me. $2 super chat, thank you. The guy is more excited about Star Trek Discovery or the Orville. I'm excited about both. They're both pretty fantastic.
Yeah, for me, they're very different now. Although ironically, they might be getting more similar. The Orville is a show you want to watch to have fun, enjoy. And I had so much fun watching the Orville in the mornings before I talked to Stuart and reviewed. A lot of fun. And when they were good, really, really enjoyed them. Star Trek Discovery is more obviously we're looking at them as Trek experts, as reviewers, as analyzing. I don't know if it's the same with you, Stuart, but remember when they said in one of the early episodes, it's been 100 years since we saw Klingons. I like paused it and my ears pricked up. I'm like, oh my god, this changes everything, sort of moment, because they happen in the show like that. So I'm excited to see how they mess up the universe. Or enhance the universe, however you look at it. And with Orville, you can just enjoy. So that both for different reasons, actually, because we do a lot about
$10 super chat from Michael Pollock. The legal
That's
way to
so
slip
cool.
something into your pocket. Well, thank you. We prefer the legal way. We prefer the legal way.
Oh, that's so amazing.
Justin Hampton, $5. Any plans to do a Star Trek cruise? Also, why no uniforms, guys? Why we aren't wearing our uniforms? Because I do have Trekyards uniforms. I have Captain Foley uniforms. Samuel doesn't have a uniform yet, I don't think. I sent him a shirt, but he's got to get it tailored. Because he's little.
Well, American size, Canada size, UK size are all actually radically different. Star Trek cruise, yeah, I don't think we can't afford to go to conventions. We can barely afford to stay, with rent money and such, with what we earn from Trekyards. So we cannot pay for ourselves to get to events. I mean, in the UK it's a bit smaller, so I can pay, the £10 train ticket to get somewhere. That's fine. That's not really an event. Or you can go to London Film Comic Con where you are. But I mean, we can't go to anywhere else. I mean, just getting to America for me is like $1,000.
Yeah, like, to be honest, I'd love to go to Star Trek Vegas. When I was in Star Trek Vegas last time was 2013, and that was before Star Trek or Trekyard before Star Trek even existed. No, before Trekyards even existed. I'd like to go now that Trekyards is a thing, because I would love to meet people and talk to people. And plus, everybody we know goes, and I see all the stuff from there, and I'm so jealous. I did plan on going this year, but my funds had to go to my Camaro. It's got it fixed up. So,
and Wonderfest.
Yeah, Wonderfest is scheduled in every year. I had separate funds put aside, but anyway.
I do kind of think we should go next year. That's in my head.
I'm planning on at least myself going next year.
Yeah.
With my personal, I don't know. We'll see.
Well, my dad even said that he would be interested in going. I'm not sure why specifically, but I didn't want to go on the 50th because it was going to be too crazy. Like, I know everything was sold out. On the strip, and the strip was closer to the convention center. Everything. So, I think next year would be something
we can aim for. Yeah,
it's far enough away, and yet close enough, being just over 365 days.
But I would love to wander around and meet people and just chat Trek with them. And John Sugar sent us a £5 super chat. Did I miss something in Discovery?
English.
How will they fix continuity that the Spore Drive isn't around in the future Federation? Could be classified super top secrets. The ship could
not just top secret. Super top secret, like a super chat's like super top secret.
Yeah, or it could disappear and it's a failure. We're not going to talk about it. Shh, didn't happen. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I don't like the idea of Section 31 just classifying it. That's too easy because it would have been that already. If it was genuinely the most important thing ever, you would think it would be already on that sort of level. That's why if it was a Section 31 ship and not something normal, that would have added to the mystique of the show. But it being something that does just pop in and say hi to a space station and whatnot, it sort of takes that away. Mm-hmm. But I hope that they just accidentally kill or use the mycelium spores in such a way that it just cuts off access to them. And so it's not so much the drive doesn't work, it's that they can't, like the mycelium network just says, nah, you've had enough, you're banned. It's like a pub, a club, you're banned from from using the spore drive. And then it doesn't matter where you are, what you do, they can't get access again. Yeah. So that'd be the easiest thing. And if the spore drive is living, I mean, that could be why Culber's alive. He could be the living embodiment of spore drive, and therefore he gets to talk to.
Yeah, it could be because Dr. Colbert comes back. Ryan Martin, $5 super chat. Thank you. Hey guys, been watching Trekyards for a few years and love it. Have a trivia question for you. I used to play a game called 6 Degrees of Kevin Bacon, where ... So I assume he's going to be sending another super chat because it got cut off. So I apologize.
I think I've heard that game is where everyone knows someone that knows Kevin Bacon because he's done so many things.
Yeah, he's always an actor who was in a film with John Hathcock sent $14.99. Who is your favorite Trek person you have interviewed or met, both actor and behind the scenes? Okay, I'm going to field this one first.
Okay.
I gotta say, honestly, not really an actor, but Doug Drexler and or John Eves are both fantastic. I talk to Doug Drexler on pretty much a daily basis. We just chat back and forth. John's a little bit harder to nail down. It's like trying to nail Jello to the wall. It's very difficult. But when I do talk to him, he always brightens up my day as well.
Yes.
And Rick Sternbach is amazing. I've talked to Rick so many times. Every Wonderfest we hang out. It's just, they're like old friends now. And it's, if you had told me this 5 years ago that I would be friends with these people, I'd be like, you're crazy. But yeah.
To be fair, even 3 years ago when we started and we met them for the first time, to know how sort of quote-unquote close we got, you know, I guess how much we clicked is a better way of saying it. I mean, there are lots of friends, lots of fans that are friends, but we did sort of click with most of them, and that, I think, is really great.
Yeah.
And then do you have a celebrity, an actor? That was the other half?
Probably Garrett Wang. I mean, he's just amazing. I had a nice chat with him when we interviewed him in Denver.
Yep. You were a bit nervous about that. I'm like, I met him 5 times. You're like, oh, it's Garrett Wang. I'm like, yes, it's Garrett Wang. I know him well.
Well, I met him in Vegas and talked to him in Vegas, but that's before Trekyards was a thing. So I was just another fan, right?
Yes.
So, and it was just a brief chat with him. So that was cool. And plus, my wife is a big fan of Garrett Wang. So he even recorded a quick little video for her just saying hi. So that was nice. Yeah,
I got off my dad as well because why not? It's fun. For me, favorite actor. I mean, of course, Patrick Stewart. Honestly, because it was such a unique. I know there's more super chats, and I've kept a record of who we haven't mentioned yet. So please keep going. But yeah, to meet Patrick Stewart in his own flat, in his own home, you know, in England.
I'm jealous of that, by the way. So stop talking about it.
On his off day, when he was doing that day was reading a script and getting a cabinet put in. And neither he was like he gets in the work mind. The second time I met him to pick up the prints, he was in the work mind. He was much more still great, but wasn't chill. And so him being chill, you know, the vibe is really important. I think I've told you the story before, but you know, we were interviewing him, and he had a certain outfit on. It was dark, and I was like, Mr. Stewart, do you mind if you just swap to a brighter colour shirt, like a white shirt, just for better lighting? He's like, oh yeah, sure. I'm back in a minute. He walks in his bedroom and I'm just like, oops. But it's important. It looks really good. Yeah. It makes it. He's wearing really black, like just.
We're getting some good super chats in here. We got 10 something. I don't know what symbol that is.
Euro.
10 euros from Patrick.
The other biggest country in the world.
Love watching your videos and always look forward to the specials with the ship designers. Currently, I'm building a Revell USS Voyager model kit in which I'm using servos for motorized pylons. That's very cool. Look forward to that.
Nice.
Got a $20 one from John Francesi. Sorry if I said that wrong. I just want to hear the captain say that the Excelsior class is a strong, elegant, beautiful design. He doesn't have to mean it. I just need to hear the words. All right, ready? Get your screen capture software ready. Here it is. The Excelsior class is the most elegant, form follows function, beautiful design, ship in all of Trek. It encapsulates what's great about the original Connie and upgrades it into a new generation. It is beautiful. It is the stuff of dreams, and there you go. The things I'll do for $20. She's a beautiful lady, that thing. Moving right along.
That was worth $20.
No.
Now you know, guys. You can get him to say anything you want.
Oh God.
For an orange super chat. Just before we go, because there was one that we missed earlier on. There's Wayne Maker 2.0 donated £1.99, and he said Borg versus replicators. Who would win? Go. And that was from a little while ago.
How come the smaller ones aren't being shown? It's one from Stuart.
Well,
Stuart
they disappear
Sexton's
quicker.
Frontier Zone Books, $2. Okay.
Wayne Maker. I just said your thing. But to answer the question, so but you donate another $1.99. But you answer Wayne Maker's first. Borg versus replicators. Wait, Stuart, do you know who the replicators are? Do you know who the replicators are from Stargate?
Yes, sort of, kind of, maybe a little.
Who would win then?
Between the Borg and the replicators?
Yes.
The Borg. Star Trek for the win.
Yeah, that's a difficult question. It's tricky because the Borg probably assimilate the replicators, but by the same token, if one replicator got into a Borg ship, they could probably replicate using the Borg materials, and I would assume that the Borg materials are better in many ways to then not be as resilient, more resilient to their own thing. I'd love to see that fight. That'd be really cool. And I doubt they see replicators as a threat, so you can imagine a big Borg cube and there's like a million replicators and the acid comes in. Yeah, that'd be it. I think Borg would win a sustained fight, but replicators would certainly do some nasty things.
You know what? I don't care.
Well,
I don't know enough about the replicators, so
donated twice.
I know.
Long answer there. And we also missed Ryan Martin's second half of the question of the Kevin Bacon thing.
Yes.
You attach any actor to Kevin Bacon within 6 movies. How can you connect to George Takei within 1 movie? I don't know Kevin Bacon movies. I'm sorry. I like him, but I don't know his movies.
I
Sorry.
don't either. I'd have to research that. Is there an answer? Let us know.
Yes, let us know.
Christopher Bluer, $20 super chat. Who do you guys want to interview the most that you haven't already interviewed?
Oh, see, I just had one of mine happen, so I'm kind of like happy with. Do you have one, Stuart? Or should I say mine? What you think?
Go ahead and say yours in Babylon.
Oh, yeah, we got to talk to the one and only model maker Pierre Droulet.
Yeah.
And there's something coming with him at some point. I mean, the top echelon of sci-fi models in terms of the stuff that's already been made. He did the Firefly, he did a lot of Battlestar Galactica, he did some really amazing things, and he was so nice, and he made, I guess, I think a special exception to talk to us. And I talked to him after the fact as well. Really nice. I've had so many questions about his work for like 2.5 years now. Because we do a lot of stuff with the NX. I think accidentally, just lots of shows with it, and so I've looked around that model a lot, and so I know it inside and out. And I know the little greeblies, and so I had really interesting questions from him that were like obscure and yeah, it was really interesting. So that was nice.
Short answer. We got stuff to do. Pierre Droulet is his answer. Anyway, I don't know who I would say. I'd like to speak to Tilly. Mary, I can't remember her last name.
Mary Shifu?
No, something simple. Anyway, I'd like to speak to her. Anybody from Trek I would be down for. Captain Archer, Scott Bakula would be awesome.
Okay, fine. Captain Archer.
Pomdimus Maximus sent $4.99 super chat. Are either of you familiar with the Stage 9 Enterprise D simulator? It's a detailed, fleshed out, interactive recreation of Enterprise D, free for download. Yes, we've talked to their team. We were going to have them on the show. I was going to do a Captain Foley playthrough of it, but they changed head developers and stuff, so it kind of got waylaid.
Oh, okay.
So it's still, somebody definitely we want to talk to them. And we will be. I've actually suggested a few things for their holodeck simulator that they wanted to talk to me about and maybe add some details for them. So yes, absolutely.
Yeah, and I actually knew the guy beforehand, not like before, but when it was not a very known project, I sort of talked to him a little bit. Actually, I ended up using a lot of his earlier work as stills, as backgrounds for Temporal Anomaly, my Trek fan film, because that was the best version of the Enterprise D. And when I sort of found it, I was like, oh my god, these are really going to make a thing. And I actually encouraged him to finish off certain bits so I could use them quicker. But yeah, some of the new stuff is really amazing, and they just keep going. I know that, like I said, I talked to them when there's only the one guy, and he's English, awesome. But boy, they had so much passion and so much more love that generated the thing to explode and more things. I think they're developing a lot more than we know. So when there's a bigger update, boy, it'll be a bigger update. So yeah, that's
we look forward to talking to them and bringing you guys some good stuff with that. Wayne Maker 2.0, £1.99. Did my question get overlooked? Not really. The smaller donations tend to go by really quick, and so they don't come up in the super chat. So if we miss you, we really apologize. We don't mean to. We're not overlooking anybody at all.
But the fact that so many of you are giving is really nice, because we kind of need this little bit. And it's fun because it sort of focuses us. And the fact that we missed one or two is kind of like, there's so many to keep up with.
I got to address one that's not a super chat because it's kind of important to me. Trekyards, why does the Foley class have 3 warp
Nathan Norman.
Yes.
Call out the name.
Nathan Norman. Sorry.
Right to you.
Instead of 4. And what is your opinion on 4 nacelle layouts like the Proxima and Constellation classes?
And Prometheus. And Prometheus, Norman.
And have you seen the Yamato class? Yes, I've seen the Yamato. The 4 nacelle designs are cool. Even the Mars class, the TOS Mars class. If you guys don't know what that is, look it up. It's a dreadnought. I prefer 3 nacelle designs. I have ever since I was a kid, and I saw the Franz Joseph Tech Manual. The Federation class blew me away. I loved it. So I've always wanted to design my own 3-nacelled ship that was different than the Federation class. And that's kind of hard to do in that same kind of configuration and look. So the Foley class, I think, does that. It pulls that 3rd nacelle back. So that's the simple answer. So there you go.
Cool. Ricky Schutzenstein, I apologize. Who would you cast as the new Spock for STD/Discovery?
No idea.
That is a really good question. Oh, that's difficult.
Well,
I feel like you've got the advantage, so you can look it up while I'm rambling. Yeah.
Oh. What am I doing?
Or you can do more answers. I don't know, do you want to answer first, or shall I think while you answer more super chats?
You think while I'm doing more super chats.
Okay.
Eugenio Argalia, sorry, $10 super chat. Hey guys, I sent Captain Foley a link to an article that resizes the TOS Enterprise to fit the sets. Maybe it can be covered on an episode. Yeah, we've talked about that. Actually, when I was in Wonderfest, I talked to Matt Cushman, who's working on a new cutaway of the TOS Enterprise, and he kind of addresses a lot of the issues based on the episodes in his cutaway. I was talking to him and Gary Kerr, and Gary Kerr was one of the lead guys on the Smithsonian Restoration Project. So that was a dream come true to hang out with them and talk about that stuff and look at this huge 6-foot-long cutaway of the TOS Enterprise. So yeah, it would make an interesting Trekyards discussion though, Samuel, just so you know.
I don't know how I'd get to play Spock.
It's like on the
I was trying to think, because I mean Zachary Quinto is genuinely a good Spock. They just gave him really far onto the emotional side of the spectrum.
Yeah.
He's younger, but he was really pushed. Let him have the nuance, and a lot of Beyond was really good. Like the first bit of Beyond is so good. That is just Star Trek. A little bit weirdly visual, but it is Star Trek, and that's why I was really happy when that movie started.
Were you at an amusement park? You got a thing on your arm. Oh, that's from your convention.
Yeah, I've still got to keep it on. I was wondering who would notice that first. Yeah, I did some green screen today, and so I did some green screen today for a project, which means that now if that goes into frame, it's like that will forever be. That day is the one day I still had it on. I had free. So I'm going in tomorrow, so I only have one day in between. I don't know. Hey, Ricky, who do you think should play Spock? And I'll look him up, because honestly...
It's not an easy answer, because there's so many great actors that could pull it off that I wouldn't necessarily think of.
Well, I have a second question. Again, for Ricky. Would you rather have an unknown or someone known, like the head of the Sarek actor? He's sort of known, and the sort of Pike. Would you want absolutely an unknown just to come in and just rock it? Or do you want someone that you would know and know his work?
Well, while he's thinking about that, we will move on. We got a $20 super chat.
No, that was to you, Stuart. That was to you, Stuart, as well as Ricky.
Oh, I thought it was just to Ricky. What was the question again?
Do you want an unknown actor to play him, or do you rather have someone that you know? Okay.
I want an unknown actor, because the known actors, they tend to eat up a lot more money, and we know that Lorca, I think that's where most of the budget went for Discovery Season 1, so we got no exterior ship shots, we got no space scenes, so screw that. I want to see good stuff. I want to see new actors come in and actually make it big. So yes, new actor. That's
one thing I loved about episode 7. The new people, like who the hell was this Ray woman in terms of the actress and John Boyega? And that's awesome, because they sort of inhabit the people in a way that if they were people you knew, wouldn't work as well. So I really an unknown person is just good.
I'm moving us. There we go. We moved.
There you go.
MA, $20 donation. It is Euro with the black badges, only being seen in one episode and then never again. I don't count why they...
I don't get why they...
Oh, I don't get why they made it a point to mention it at all. If my grandmother had wheels, she'd be a wagon. Well, I don't know. The Section 31 thing will develop, I'm sure. I'm going to see more of them because of that missing scene with Giorgio.
Well, Section 31, they had their entire season planned, and then they scrapped episodes, 4 to 12. So obviously it was going to be referred to back again. Because remember, they invented 3 episodes or 4 episodes of filler to give more time for Mirror Universe. I'm sure if they had the original play, they'd have Mirror Universe come back. Section 31 would have had more impact with the war. The Black Badges would have, something. So it's just because they rechanged the entire season, and that stuff sort of left it in. And decided we're not going to focus on them too much, but leave them in because they're going to be for next season and used at some point. I'm guessing.
We got a $30 super chat from Christopher.
Oh my goodness!
Bluer,
Thank you so much.
Bluer.
And
What is your
That is so
favorite?
much. That's so much Trekyards episode money right there.
I know, like you guys are really making our day today, so thank you.
Yeah.
And we'll be doing more of these lives because this is fun. Now that we've figured out the formula, and
Yep.
we'll improve it each time. It's going to be something better each time, but we will
Like
be
stuff to
doing more
show
of
and
these.
exclusives and
Yeah. But anyways, question
Wow.
is, what is your favorite space fighter design across all of sci-fi?
Oh, that is a really good question.
There's so many cool ones. I love the original Vipers. I really do. Um,
Oh goodness.
wow. I mean, I'm looking at one right now. It's kind of...
See, well, okay, the X-302 from Stargate is a really, really, really good, like, how we might do a fighter. So I love how real it feels. But I do think the Galactica Viper, the newer one, is super elegant. The Mark 7? We just done an episode on it, I should remember. But I've done so many things in between. God. You know what? I think the big sci-fi sort of got them right. I mean, seriously, Star Fury from Battlestar Galactica, from Babylon 5, Viper, X-Wing. I mean, each show has a genuinely iconic thing. And they're all iconic for different reasons as well. That's tricky.
My drawers were open. Nobody said anything.
I can't even see. Next question. How do you say that name with the R and the S? Ram Jawan Sandhu.
I don't know if I got that one.
Shields. I'd like to know which series had shields that were shown to be proper and consistent. P.S. Do an episode about Shields Trek. I think he likes shields. Honestly, TOS probably, because they had no shields ever. Just deflector screens, probably. TNG, for the most part, they always had the bubble shields. Voyager, I know, to be fair, Voyager might have had the most consistent. Well, and I think they're all pretty consistent.
I'd say Enterprise because they had the polarized hull plating.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, they have an effect. I mean, I've got the effect. They have the effect of the shields.
Yeah.
So I mean, there is an effect. But I guess he means sort of the in-universe of what they do and don't do. Yeah, but story. You know, a Polaron Nebula changes how the shields work. A Thalaron Nebula, a quasi-dimensional fourth abstract Shazalo Nebula. You know, all these things.
Next.
See, I talk. You ask good questions, you get good answers.
Yeah,
Hopefully
but we
you
need
agree.
to move on and help answer other people's too. Anyway,
Waymaker.
Jamal Tyler, another $10 super chat. So if you were being shipped out on Monday, 5 years, not coming back before then, which ship would you want to be on? By the way, you're not in command, just the crew. I think you're talking about hero ships, and I
I think it means anything.
I would say probably the Enterprise D because you got the holodecks and you can just... It's luxury in space. But if I can't pick that one, I'm going to say Enterprise. Because just the first people out there, the first humans out in space, exploring new things, literally, like everything is new every day. You know, there's no routine days of going, oh, we're just going to Andoria today. Well, yeah, anything new. So Enterprise or Enterprise D is my answer.
Stuart, did you move us in the chat? So
I did. I said I'm moving us around.
I didn't. I was talking about shields.
You don't pay attention to me. Yeah.
So I have the same answer my dad always gives. You know, Voyager, because the D was like the first one for ages to do it, but Voyager was the more refined version. You know, they lived 7 years and they weren't exactly stir crazy. You know, better replicators, better holodecks. I'm sure that binaural gel packs made the replicators, made the holodecks a lot better. So yeah, Voyager. Intrepid class will be fine by me. We have another super chat from Waymaker 2.0. Who wins, Voyager versus a unicorn? Vija versus unicorn, I mean.
Neither, because they're both imaginary.
Yeah, super clap for that.
Super clap for the super chat.
There you go.
No,
Jason.
Yeah, V'ger, obviously. Jason Link sent a $5 super chat. Hope this helps. I am becoming a Patreon in a few days. Thank you. That means a lot.
Yep.
Would Discovery make more sense if the JJ actors reprise their roles on Discovery? Yes, because then it would set it in the Kelvin timeline, and I would be perfectly acceptable with that. But even though the Enterprise isn't right, so no, that would even not make sense.
Yeah, I think it would, honestly, because Zachary Quinto is great. Kirk can be great.
Is Zachary Quinto great though? He's always angry or yelling or screaming or doing
but-
non-Spock things.
No, thing is, if you've seen Heroes, he's a really talented actor. He just
Okay.
was given that side of Spock. I absolutely know he could do a more logical Spock if given the chance. Like I say, Beyond showed him doing a lot of good things, and things like the Bones actor. Sorry, I can't remember his name. I mean, again, they did by the third film harness a lot of what made them the characters. So I think I would love to see them all in. Just even put them in the Discovery uniforms. Meld that a little bit. I don't mind that really. But again, that doesn't make sense timeline wise, and they actually age a decade. To then put them back earlier than the first time we saw them is a bit, or I guess for second time we saw them. I don't know, difficult. But thank you for the Patreon, Jason, in a few days.
Yeah, so PJ's channel, this is a question sent to me by Joe Torres, one of our admins who wanted me to answer it, I guess. PJ's channel asked, do you guys smoke weed or drink booze? Well, in Canada, everyone smokes weed, and I occasionally drink. Me and Samuel have drunk together a few times and had fun, but I don't
Apple pie.
Oh, that's good stuff. I don't really do weed because it makes me too paranoid, so there's your answer.
Yeah, I drink to get drunk when I'm out, but I don't go out very often.
Yeah.
I enjoyed university while I was there, but not to any extremes. And yeah, I don't do any drugs. I have no interest at all. So
Good man.
I'm too busy doing things.
Christopher Bluer, another $20 donation. Thank you, Christopher. You're like blowing us away
Wow.
here, which is awesome.
Wow.
Death Star versus 3 Borg cubes. Who wins? Ooh, the Borg cubes would
Oh.
win. They definitely would start assimilating the Death Star with their nanobots, and then all the stormtroopers would be infected, and then there'd be a whole bunch of Borg wandering around on the Death Star. I don't think the Death Star stands much of a chance, unless it can get its super laser aimed at one. But I think the Borg cubes are very maneuverable. So
That's really well. It's certainly more maneuverable than the Death Star. I mean, think about it. The Death Star couldn't pivot quick enough if the Borg cube moved out of the range of the super laser. Yeah, I think Borg cubes pretty easily actually. I mean, the Death Star is designed to destroy planets. That's it. It would have Star Destroyers next to it to stop other things. But yeah, no, I think Borg cubes very easily.
And we just got a super chat of $50 from Thomas. No last
Oh my
name,
God.
just Thomas. So thank you, Thomas. That means a ton to us.
That is crazy compared to what we get on a video. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Wow.
If you had 1 hour with Gene Roddenberry, what would you talk to him about?
Oh wow.
Right now,
That's a very good question for 50.
Discovery. No, I'd want his.
Oh God.
I'd want his vision for the future of Star Trek. I think he mentioned this once. Just that, the fans have fun with it and be able to play in the world. And I think, I would ask him what he thinks of CBS's IP problems. That's I think what I would talk to him about.
I think he'd say the same as George Lucas would say. They threw out all my ideas and did something new.
Yeah.
It's weird that just the fact that was such an amazing donation, and the fact that Gene is the star, it gets me a little bit emotional for some reason. Like he's passed and we can't ask him these things, but given what we do, that would be so amazing. I think I'd talk to him after the motion picture. I guess I haven't got a choice, but I'd ask to him like how he thought the world would function, how he saw people, how he hoped, like in his own words, just directly, like how he saw people being their best. To hear Gene Roddenberry, who for me, I watched Star Trek at 3. My dad sort of made me, and now I'm doing the show, so clearly it sunk in. How would he certainly helped craft me as a person, his ideals, and they're so obvious. To be good to everyone, to treat everyone in a good way, that you treat yourselves. I mean, it's so obvious that color doesn't matter, and it should be about merit and what you bring to society and being a good person. You can be you can be not useful at anything. You have no skills, but if you're a really nice person, then that bounces out in its own way. So just to hear that from his own mouth would be pretty special, I think, because he, if only he could sort of take control of the world and make it better. But I think he did in his own way. I mean, the world's going better because of Star Trek. I mean, it's got to, hasn't it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Good question. Thank you so much.
And guys, if you're interested in giveaways, I don't know why that just popped into my head, but I gotta say, my last Eagle Moss review. I want to talk about Eagle Moss a little bit first. But my last Eagle Moss review was the XL Defiant. I'm giving away a small little regular Eagle Moss Defiant as a giveaway for commenting and liking and subscribing to the video. Check out the video. Go back in our playlist and check out the XL review. We might
I've still yet to get.
Might even do a giveaway today. Like I said, we might give away a sweatshirt, a Trekyards.
Yeah, we're on for a little while now because we want to start, give us a proper test. Yeah, I haven't had any extra larges beyond the Discovery stuff, which I bought. So, you know.
Ricky Schnerstein sent a $5 donation. What is your guys' opinion on The Expanse and its ships? I've read the whole series of sub-books, and in my opinion, it's the best sci-fi on TV right now. I've seen 1 or 2 episodes, and it looks fantastic. I just have not got into it yet. That's my answer.
I have no opinion because I haven't seen a single frame. I know Space Dock, that is his heart and his soul.
Yeah.
So that, for me, I respect Daniel a lot. So the fact that he thinks that, I want to watch it. But, you know, with sci-fi, there is only a few sci-fi operas and epics. And once you run out of them, they don't make them quick enough, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So I was saving Babylon 5 for ages because that was one of the last great sci-fi epics, and it was sci-fi great and epic. And so Expanse, I mean, I'm thankful they're still continuing it, but thanks. What other
something else?
What other last space epic sci-fi shows are there? You know, Stargate, Star Trek, Battlestar, Firefly, Farscape, Babylon 5, Expanse. What else is of the same caliber?
Yeah.
There isn't much, so I'm sort of saving it, I guess. I don't want to run out of really great sci-fi shows.
Yeah.
Andromeda's pretty good. It gets better, then it gets worse again.
I got to address Roberto Ellison. Second time he asked this, so I got to address it.
Oh.
And it's all in capitals. What do you guys think about Mystic Spenny's Enterprise? Do a Trekyards on it. We're not doing a Trekyards on it, and never will, because he was a member of the Trekyards page for a while.
That's brilliant.
He wanted to commission an episode on it. We talked to him, and then he got very rude and insulting, and with not only other people on the Trekyards
a lot of other
page,
people.
a lot of people, anybody that doesn't agree with him, basically. And he also got very rude and belligerent with me, so we basically booted him off, and he sent us an email saying, never use my Enterprise in anything, I will sue you, blah blah blah. So we're not touching his Enterprise, we don't want to look at it. So that's our thoughts on it. Samuel, what do you think?
Well, it's interesting. We did Skype him. I think he's from Australia. And it was an interesting talk, because at that time we'd done a few originals. It was amazing. We treat everyone the same. So, you know, hey, let's talk about your design. Let's try and flesh it out for you, all that stuff.
Yeah.
And it was good, but then we kept having road bumps. You know, things that he had only his way. Even if the canon didn't make sense, the design didn't make sense, the technology didn't make sense, and it's like...
The sizing was way off, and we talked to him about that, and he was not on board with it. He's like, nope, it's...
Yeah.
Nothing matched scale-wise. And
anyway. He wanted it to fit, he wanted it to be the Enterprise A, but still go into the Excelsior at the same scale, even though the ship was huge in comparison. And it's a nice-looking design, but it's not the be-all, end-all, and the A is a lot nicer. The Excelsior's nicer, in my opinion. Would you agree, Stuart?
I mean, his ship has some great design elements, and it's a few tweaks here and there would be beautiful, but it's not the best thing since sliced bread, like he says it is. We got another super chat. We're gonna get off Spenny because he's wasted enough of our time. Creeperbot23 MC Sci-Fi Builds sent a $4.99 donation.
That's a great name. Thank you.
Why do you always say there are no exterior ship shots? I've been rewatching, and many episodes start with a window zoom in, and most ad breaks have an exterior shot. Because Discovery has no real good flybys. It doesn't have the beautiful flyby with the captain's log at the beginning. There's 1 or 2 episodes that kind of have a few good ones, but overall,
but then later on,
I'm going to let Samuel address this because he's the movie maker among us, and he will give you his opinion.
Oh yeah. I mean, they do, and they got better. For sure, they got better at doing them. But part of flybys is the fact they're a beauty flyby. They're a beauty pass. So you've got to be able to see the ship, appreciate the ship, understand the ship. But yes, going to the bridge is a exterior CG shot. It's not a beauty flyby. You know, you think of the beauty flybys as the start of TNG. The ship comes at you with a planet, or Voyager, it goes across.
Sitting in orbit, which we never really see. The Discovery in orbit of anything. It's just.
There's a couple of nice ones, but that is it. There's a couple, like 3 or 4.
But when you compare it to the other series, there's no ship shots in Discovery.
I mean, I've done dozens. I've probably done like 700 space shots or something for Trekyards, and just the fact of going past camera with a nice look hasn't happened once for Discovery. And so they're super focused, but they need to embrace the ship as a character more. They need to cut out and like enjoy it rather than just going into a set. Like, it's clever, but as Stuart would say, we need more ship porn. They can do it. There's like 3 shots I can think of that are really nice. Yeah. And the Enterprise, the last shot of the show, that is a really great ship shot.
Oh, it's beautiful.
For the Enterprise. They need more of those, just slightly brighter, because they're very dark.
Yeah. We got hold on. A Waymaker 2.0 sent another $1.99.
You're on fire,
$1.99 pound. He made a mistake. It wasn't unicorn. It was Unicron. So Voyager from the original motion picture versus Unicron from Transformers.
I'm so sorry.
That's okay. I'm gonna have to say, as the resident Transformer expert, I'm gonna have to say that Voyager is the winner there. Unicron. I mean, he got defeated by a bunch of Transformers that got into his body and came out through his eye. And no, he's not a super awesome. I mean, him versus the Death Star would be interesting. I think he'd pretty much wipe the floor with the Death Star. But anyway, so sorry about that. Samuel either read it wrong or I don't know. I didn't see the original one, so I apologize to Waymaker.
Also, Stuart, you learn me a little bit in the chat because I'm in the things. I've got a little bit of black.
What's that?
Box. Look at the live, a little more black box on the bottom than you have. Just it's annoying me because symmetry.
I know. Then I'll move you up here then, and we'll shift everybody around again. Make it visually interesting.
Well, Unicron is amazing. I know it for the animated one of the animated series is, but Vija is bigger. I'm betting it's bigger because I never get a sense. I mean, Unicron is sort of planet sized, but Vija's like the size of half a solar system, so I think it's bigger. I would assume one of its big cannons can do a lot of damage. So, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. So there you go. Sorry about that. Sorry about the mix-up. Sorry I had to spend another $1.99. Pound 99.
The best currency.
Sorry.
Or Quatlus. Because you can donate in Quatlus. There's a special button for that.
And Gold Press Platinum. You know.
Well, no, that's worthless until it's not.
Right?
This dystopian guy, because we were asking who you'd want for Spock. Dystopian guy says James Frayne for Spock. So the man that played Sarek to play Spock. Not sure that works. Or they can retcon their own retcon, which would be funny. Michael Palwak, Enterprise D Dreadnought has a phaser unicorn horn. This is true. This is clever.
Hold on a second. Yeah, address some questions. I got a thing from Joe Torres. I'm just trying to.
Okay, I'll answer non-super chat questions. A lot of Shauna Leatherman, a lot of the original cast for DS9, the voiceovers in Stowe. I've talked to Thomas Maroney about that. They saved budget 1 year so they could splash out another year. And boy, that's the reunion we all want. Very good job for them. And Stowe is the guys that are keeping Prime Canon alive, and huge respect to them. And I say that they just announced a Discovery expansion, which sort of goes against what I just said there. But everything else, I mean, that TOS expansion was superb.
I want to talk about the Discovery expansion in just a second, but first off, okay. I want to give a shout out to all of our admins that are actually watching this and helping us with kind of sending me stuff. So shout out to John, Doug, Chris, Joe, of course. Chris is now an admin. He's been donating on the super chat, so thank you, Chris. You're doing a fantastic job. He's a full admin now. Thank you. And Jason Vernak, Boom Boom and all that, till all are one. He is here as well. So yeah, and congratulations to Chris for becoming a full admin. That's very important. Yeah, and then we got a new guy in training as well. So there you go. Joe wanted me to give a shout out to those because Joe's our head admin and he does a fantastic job of kind of
legendary
taking care of the other admins. So
yeah,
admins, you guys all do a fantastic job on the Trekyards page. Thank you very much. So
I don't think that page will exist without you. You know, we post content, we comment on things, but the amount of things going on, I mean, there must be like hundreds of comments per day. What, Stuart? What are you laughing at?
We just got a great super chat, $5 Canadian, from our good friend Z Film Productions, who came to one of our meet and greets. He's a fantastic guy, and he said, "Did someone say we need more ship porn? I should go get his shirt. He's got Z Film Productions, and on the back it says ship porn, #ship porn."
I think he should continue to spread the porn, the ship porn, because he is damn good.
I'm glad you pronounced the P in that, the ship porn. Make it, because otherwise, if you say it too fast, then it's like scat, and that's not cool. I went off the rails there. I tend to do that. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, keep doing stuff. Z Films. Your stuff is incredible. Seriously, guys, subscribe to Z Films. He makes the Stow engine look better than it should, but it's all an engine. Like, he just knows the tricks. There's a lot of time. We've discussed that when we met him. A lot of extra time, and he's a good friend of the Stow community, the official Cryptic community, I should say.
Yeah, exactly.
To get a little bit exclusive access. You can via the triple server, but know things are coming and do some extra stuff. So definitely worth subscribe. He really shows us those ships off well. But we had a couple of other little questions.
One more thing, real quick. Random Gaming User 42, thank you very much for doing your moderation. You're doing a fantastic job. She's thanking everybody that's donating. She is doing the behind-the-scenes stuff. Thank you very much. You're very appreciated here. Sorry, we've kind of been doing our own thing, but I want to address her as well, because she's kind of part of the new admin team.
From what I've seen, you're probably the best admin in the entire YouTube sphere.
There you go.
That's the sense I get. So that's my official well done, because I think that's justified. We had a question from Tristan Menzoa. Hey guys, Foley, can I get / buy one of the pinup Trekyards t-shirts somewhere? The one you have on. Can't find where to buy one and looked at the Trekyards website. And then Random Game User put on the Everpress. But yeah, we do have the one shirt design. We have more.
What size do you need? Because I do have like 2 here.
Tristan, put in the comments below, or the actual comments right now. Yeah, see, the thing about shirts, we do want to do shirts. We've said that for a long time, but it's the practicality of doing it, and we need you to buy them to make them, which sounds a bit. It's not so much the money aspect. It's just that we need to put time in to make them. Would you rather have, like, if 7 to 100 people buy a shirt, well, we can make a video that gets like 7,000 people in the same time it takes to do the shirt, thought and process. So, if enough of you buy a shirt, then we can justify the time. It's that weird balance. If we had like 200 people pre-order a shirt, we'd be like, damn, if 200 people bought every new shirt design, that needs to be a thing in our daily life. And we'd want to do more. So we've always, I think you'd agree, Stuart, we've always focused on content first, quality content, and then promoting ourselves, getting places. It's about the content first, which is not necessarily the best for us, except for we've got all the people that know how good content we do, like Doug and John, and they see the content and they join.
So this has been a popular shirt design. We will be coming out with this one soon. Should have been our first one, but I thought the Trekyards thing would be. But anyway, we do have this one. Now, what should we do for a giveaway for this, do you think? This is a double XL. This is a super comfy, super awesome Trekyards shirt. We need to give it away somehow. How should we give it away?
Putting me on the spot.
Suggestions. I got a Firefighter 09100, $2 donation. Greetings from Section 31. Section 31 is on to us. Oh my God. Run, hide.
But the fact that we're still here means they probably like us.
Indeed.
Is that how it works, Stuart? I don't know, because I try and keep off their radar. Yes. I just want to go back to a comment a little while ago. Ron Phillips asked Samuel, that's me, have you ever thought of doing a commander's log format like the Captain Foley's logs?
We have.
I did lots of S's there at the end. I did do some, but I'm really busy doing everything else.
Yeah, he's done some. There is a playlist for his commander's logs, so check that out. He'll when he gets time, he might do one. Who knows? That's what these are for. We want to do live.
This is the equivalent. I mean, this is sort of close enough. It's tricky. There just isn't much time. Again, what would you rather have, a really cool render video or me chatting for 30 minutes that honestly gets us like $15, $20? That's the weird thing about it, which is why things like this could really change a channel, because we can, we got a $50 donation.
Yeah,
I mean, that's
if we do
just
one of these
ridiculous.
if we do one of these a week, I mean, to supplement the bad YouTube revenue and all this, the adpocalypse, that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
And if you guys want to see more, let us know, because we love doing these live things. If we can make it practical, we definitely will.
And we want to show more things, because I mean, we can do like sharing screen, and we can do, I'd love to show off models and talk about the Eagle. I mean, I've got the entire collection of Eagle Moss, every single thing they ever did.
I got a bunch upstairs too.
And I got some props. I'd love to show you some props I had from Temporal Anomaly, the fan film. I could talk about Convergence, my new film, talk about Temporal Anomaly. There's so many things we could talk about in a live format, and you guys get to truly interact. And that's so fun. And it's great to have people, this is such a cool thing to see these colors. Yeah. Each one is somebody putting their neck out on the line almost to support us, which so helps us. And then we get to have a direct conversation with you guys. And you know that even for $1, you could talk to us directly, and the rest of you get to enjoy the random gibberish content. Yeah. But boy, we're getting some good questions, so I'm keep doing it.
Yeah, another super chat, £4.99. Love the show. I'm a Trek, Star Wars, and Transformers geek mongoose. At Wayne Lynch on everything. So thank you, Wayne Maker. Jared Riddick said, wish you had that shirt in regular XL. It's legit. I mean, I can get more, and we'll do that. Don't worry. This shirt is on its way, so stay tuned, guys. Also, what does CHF mean? What kind of currency is that? 5 CHF from Daniel
Hines.
So yeah. I guess you both have your favorite Trek ship, don't you? What is it, and what would you change with the design to improve it?
Swiss franc.
Ooh, nice.
Thank you, Swiss francs.
Yeah. So what would you change to design? My favorite ship, TOS Connie, or the refit, and I would add a third nacelle.
Oh my god.
So the Foley class is how I would make it better.
You're hilarious, Stuart.
Right?
You're hilarious.
Go ahead. Sorry, answer the question.
Oh god. Favorite. Well, is this actually our favorite ship, and we'll do to improve it?
Yeah.
You know what? I'm gonna say the refit, but TNGify it, but really sexily. So take the base refit that Andrew Probert did with the team, give it the glowing facades, but not just replacing the middle, make them more integrated, but still very much the old design. Give it phaser strips, but like maybe cut out parts of the hull so they're actually smooth with the hull, but then like they go up a little bit, like just a smidge when red alert's called, so it sort of keeps the same feel, but there's this like trench of phaser strips. After period launches, just a few things to update it. Windows that have stuff inside, change the sizing a little bit just to match more later eras. That'd be kind of cool, like a modern TNG retro refit.
Perfect.
Oh wait, Darth Revan. I love Revan. Greetings from the Sith Empire. I love Revan. You're my bro. I was you for a while. Cool. Spoilers. I someday I'm maybe get a Revan costume or something. I really like that. Like that guy. A lot of respect for Darth Revan.
Christopher Bluer, one of our admins, the newest admin. Well, yeah, he's not the admin in training. He just got promoted. Another $10 super chat.
Wow.
When does Samuel get promoted to captain and Stuart to admiral? I'm going to let Samuel field that one.
Well, when I kill Stuart, take all his possessions, and raise my own empire called Trekyards: The Next Generation.
Perfect answer.
That's pretty good, actually.
John Sugar.
What's the real answer, Stuart? Because there is a real answer. And I always felt with some lives I watch, when you actually answer the question,
you always answer it beautifully. So, okay, the reason is because it screws up the dynamic. This is an interesting duo, the captain and commander, giving you your briefing on the ship or whatever. That's how this whole thing started. To have him promoted to captain and captain, or have me admiral, it's just, I mean, I'm an admiral in the Mirror Universe. He's a captain in the Mirror Universe, if that helps at all. Those are our Mirror Universe counterparts. So that's the basic answer, just to keep it simple and cool and a good formula. It's captain and commander. Plus, you don't get promoted after 3 years. Riker, Riker could have, but you don't necessarily get promoted that quickly. So. And
the really simple answer, because it's a bit.
Yeah.
He's a joke.
He's Abbott, I'm Costello. Wait a minute. Abbott was the fatter one. So you're Costello, I'm Abbott. There you go. John Sugar gave us a £5 donation. You are the showrunners of the next CBS Star Trek show. When
Yes,
in the
please.
Trek timeline?
I'll take it. Paycheck. Give it to me. Yep.
When in the
I'll do
Trek
it.
timeline would you set the show, and what would it be about? It'd be after Nemesis, and it would be about new stuff. There you go. Or it'd be like, what was that show where they went back in time to prehistoric
That's
Earth?
the future.
No.
Oh.
It was a show.
Terra Nova.
Yes, Terra Nova.
I like Terra Nova.
Yeah,
I
it
thought
would be a
was pretty
Terra
good.
Nova concept where this Federation had to go back in time and live out there because of a supernova that destroyed the universe, and I don't know.
So it was a Hoba star again. This time they
One
couldn't
star
stop
that-
it because Spock already died.
Yeah, one star that threatens the whole quadrant or whatever the hell the stupid thing was. That's just dumb. But anyway.
I'm not actually going to say, because I've actually thought about what I would do for another show. I've talked to you about it as well,
Yeah.
and I don't want to reveal it because then it might get nicked. I've talked about other spin-off shows inside the universe before, like the Enterprise B story and stuff. But post Voyager, I actually have a not like a fleshed out concept, but I have a base concept that I don't want to give away. But Stu, if you're going to go to the toilet, and you keep going, so I'm back in like 2 minutes.
Bye.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Bye.
Absolutely. Okay. So yeah. Samuel's going to the never-seen toilet that we always imagined is on the Enterprise. Although there is a toilet to the bathroom on the bridge of the Enterprise D. So there you go. Have you all seen the Star Trek Online TOS prototype Dreadnought? What are your thoughts? I don't know if I've seen it or not. Is it new? Because if it's new, then no. But if it's the older one, I think it's an awesome, cool-looking ship for sure. It's similar to the Mars class, which is one of the TOS. If you don't know what the Mars class is, look up Mars class Star Trek on Google, and you'll come up with a really cool Dreadnought from TOS. Let's see here. I hate the bridge toilet. I hate to use the bridge toilet after Worf. Well, yes, this is true.
So how many mean things do you say about me then?
Well, Starship Resurrected just said the commander's log. So did you fire out a log there? Somebody asked for a commander's log. He just deposited one, I guess.
Nope. What?
Moving right along.
Jesus.
The turbolift takes you to the floor that is just bathrooms. Yeah, there's probably just a deck in the ship that's just all bathrooms that we never see. We kind of got off on this tangent of they never seen bathroom in Star Trek, except from the Enterprise D bridge. Richard Kennedy, £4.99. What do you guys think of Enterprise? I loved it and think it had run for more than 3 years. Those 3 seasons could have been the best 3 seasons of Trek, or the best seasons of Trek. Okay, Enterprise for me was a canon breaker because of the canon I grew up with, the established, not really established, but FASA, Starfleet Battles, the stuff that filled in the years when there was no Trek. And it kind of went against all that, and it bugged me for a while. It's much like Beast Wars Transformers. I hated it for the first season, and then they tied it in with G1, and I liked it. But as Samuel knows, I went back and watched Enterprise again, and season 3 is where I tuned out the Xindi arc originally. But that's a really solid season. I just wish they would have stayed more in line with canon and things. And plus with the Temporal Cold War, I always thought they're going to fix this. They're going to fix why this doesn't make sense, and why Captain Archer's never talked about, and why there's no NX-01. But they didn't, and they could have. And I fear the same thing for Discovery. But overall, great series, great acting, great storytelling, and it needed to live longer.
And
but
prosper.
It's people. Sadly, it's people like me that tuned out during season 3 that I think canceled it, and I feel bad because going back and watching it, it's well done Trek. It's good.
The problem with Enterprise is that going off Voyager, I mean they made better shows, which is weird because same team roughly, technology getting better, learning from the lessons. But they'd done such a long run, and going back to another explorative format, even starting at scratch of the universe, they recycled a lot of their own stuff. Now Voyager was interesting because it was the exploration, but alien, and they did that, I thought really good. But Enterprise, season 1 is so vanilla, and it's crazy how vanilla it is considering the team that worked on it.
Yeah.
How simple and basic the scripts are. And the CG is good, but it's very weird how basic it is. Season 2 has a lot of better episodes. Season 3 is really, really good because, unlike Discovery Season 1, it's a strong arc with a strong setup, strong payoff, many twists and turns, many single standalones, but they all, for the most part, have some part of the bigger plot. And there is sort of no right or wrong answer. And some really great standout episodes, like the episode with Degra and the shuttle. I
just watched that last night.
It's just so excellent.
What are the odds of you calling that out? I was on Space yesterday. It's the only one
Yeah.
of the afternoon shows that I watched because I was busy doing other stuff.
Yeah.
Good call. Good call.
I think it's my favorite episode of the season because that shows bottle shows, if written just to the T of quality, could be superb. And then season 4, obviously, they hit on genius of doing mini arcs, which had never been done in Trek before, because some of them are really excellent, some of them are a little bit less good, but you sort of get out of them quickly, but let them develop. You know, that's one of the things about having like one-part season finales. You can't build up enough. That's why you should have like two-part season finales, because you get to have this scope that you couldn't otherwise have. And some episodes of Star Trek certainly deserve 2 parts. And they get double the budget as well. You know. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good show. Really well done, and by people that love Trek, so that's the most important thing.
It's just very vanilla, but boy does it improve. And Into Mirror Darkly is so superb, and even more, like you said, you weren't as Trekking, you weren't vibing the Trek out of it as much, but Into Mirror surely restores everything for you, because this is Star Trek, being Star Trek, revitalizing Trek, visually updating Trek, and yet keeping it completely consistent. That is exactly what we'd all hoped. Didn't quite get that with Discovery. Probably will never get that with Discovery. I'm looking forward to the next proper Trek show.
Yeah, absolutely.
That'd be nice.
And when you compare it to certain other things that are on TV, maybe currently, Enterprise was spot on, done by people that love the franchise and actually knew their shit. But moving along, Waymaker 2.0 sent another £4.99. Commander has heard of Mask. Captain Watch Mask, first time out. Ever heard of a cartoon called Mask? Mobile Armored Strike Command?
That is as much as I've heard of it.
It was one of the 80s shows where the cars transformed into... Anyway, it was really cool. Yes, I watched Mask first time out. So there you go. He has no clue because he's young.
Well, that's an American show. I watched Red Dwarf. That's a 80s show. Yeah. Doctor Who, obviously, there's some of those things from the era. Red Dwarf, Blackadder. You've seen Blackadder, haven't you?
Yes. Yep.
So I've seen. I that sort of show is a bit more infamously famous than I think Mask. Like that didn't get over here, but Blackadder got to you, sort of thing.
I disagree with that one. Sorry, I just don't think you're into the '80s cartoons. That was a whole era.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing. If they wouldn't have been shown on UK TV because we didn't really even have cartoons back then, so I wouldn't have seen them anyway. And I wasn't alive for ages. So
yeah, he's like 20 years younger than me. So
it would have been
Saturday morning cartoons were a thing of the past. They were extinct dinosaur by the time.
I was watching those just fine, but they wouldn't have shown 80s American 80s cartoons in the late middle 90s in the UK.
You're getting schooled because he just sent £1.99 again. Waymaker 2.0. I'm a 37-year-old Brit, Sam, and even he's seen it. Now come on, Sam.
Well, I'm a 25-year-old Brit, so I'm from the 90s. You're from the 80s. That's fine. Good for you, Waymaker. Thanks for all the pounds, because the conversion rate is really in our favour for that one.
Yeah.
Not so much for Canadian. Because everyone hates your currency, Stuart.
Hey,
it's like the dot.
Excuse me, our currency's amazing. Our bills are
see-through. Isn't it like it's all plastic, isn't it? I think it's all the plastic now too.
It's plastic. It's got holograms. It's got see-through parts. It's got a part where you shine a laser pointer through and it projects the currency number on the wall. It's really cool.
See, it's interesting. So we just updated ours. Like this is how the classic ones looked.
Yeah.
Paper. They still using the old notes. We've actually updated to use these much smaller, as you can see.
Yeah, that's like Canadian money. Yeah.
Yeah. And they're very plasticky, and they don't fold in the same way either.
Nope.
So I think
they last
you stole.
than paper.
I think you stole it from us. Just
We've been doing that for a long time. I think you stole it from us.
You stole it from us.
Anyway.
We just didn't
Look
use
up
it.
Canadian currency. It's freaking amazing, guys. I wish I had a bill with me, but I don't carry money anymore. I just use debit all the time. Anyway.
I'm buying stuff at a convention for Trekyards, so I need
True,
the cash.
True. So Christopher Beatty sent us $5 super chat. I remember
Thank
an
you.
interview with Walter Koenig tried to reconcile why Khan in the movie knew Chekhov when he wasn't in the original restrooms. It wasn't in the original. He was in the restroom. Well, yeah. Plus, Chekhov could have been just on the lower decks, new to the ship, not really assigned to the bridge crew yet.
Well, he wasn't,
yeah.
so we didn't see him.
A lot of explanations for that. So
I've seen that interview as well, or several.
Mm-hmm.
I love when actors. I mean, they're sort of forced to care about the show a little bit, with the amount of conventions they do. But I love when they engage enough to have their own. Well, I always thought this, and it's like, oh, that's right from the man himself.
Yeah.
I think the full story. Sorry to cut you off, but the full story was that Khan needed the restroom, and he happened to go to the one where Chekhov was in, and he was holding it, and he needed to go. And then Chekhov comes out, and he sees his face, and he's like, "I will always remember this face." And then went to the loo. Hence why I hate Chekhov, because
makes sense.
Yep.
Makes sense. Jason Link sent a $10 super chat.
Oh,
Here's
thank
just
you.
because you guys are so passionate about this. Samuel, I love your CGI renders. Did you ever see anything by Rifleman? And if so, did he inspire you in any way? And yes, Mask had the toys. So there you go. He's a Mask fan as well.
Yeah, I've heard of Rifleman. Let me remind myself,
Rifleman does
because
some cool animations and stuff. Not as good as Samuel's, I gotta say, but they're very creative and.
Can you send me a link? Because I need to. Are they Trek animations?
Yes, they are absolutely. I guess.
Because is it okay? Rifleman 80. This might be it. Oh, they were in Bridge Commander, so he was using a game engine and cleverly filming it. So I mean, limited by the engine. Yeah, I've seen a few of his things. I think I've seen his Enterprise F one for sure. Yeah, I mean some great stuff. Just I like them all uniquely in high definition. So I'm gonna get better results from that. Although funny enough, if you haven't been on a slight tangent there, Stuart.
I heard you. Are you going on another tangent?
But, yeah, about the Bridge Commander.
Oh,
Is that okay? Short tangent.
sure, because we got another super chat to talk about.
Yeah. For my fan film Temporal Anomaly, which you can check out the trailer on at Power 553 Fan Films. Because I was in university, it was 2013. I had lots of film experience, but no CG experience, because why would I? My plan was to use Bridge Commander because I'd seen people like him do space shots, and make the special effects for my films, that film, with Bridge Commander, because hey, it was spaceships. And I decided that wasn't going to work quite quickly, and I decided to learn myself. And 5 years later, I can now do the effects. So I can certainly appreciate Bridge Commander, and at the time it looked amazing, although now you look at it now, it's like, that's not so good. Not so good.
There you go. Another €5 from Eagles G. Have some Euro currency, guys, from a fan. So thank you very much. Glad we have fans, man.
Do you know who that one is?
No.
I talk to that guy pretty often. He's one of my top friend / colleague lightwavers.
Very cool.
He's done some amazing work for the Romulan War, the fan film series. He did some amazing retextures, NX retexturing of TOS stuff. Really good guy. He's doing a lot of sort of remastering things. You'll see a lot of his work this year, actually. I guess we're halfway through the year. Within the next year, and in fact, he's working on Convergence with me / with us, because you're in it too. Yeah. It's Matt, really great guy.
Yeah, absolutely. Resurrected
Thank you.
Starships said, Trekyards, are there any signs that CBS Paramount will start loosening their draconian reins on fan films, and why do you think they are so territorial? I don't know. I just know that CBS has a bug up their ass about something, and it bothers me. Like, seriously, we love Trek. We all love Trek. Just let us play in the Trek universe. Because new minds, young minds, fresh ideas, be tolerant. Let's see the new stuff. Samuel, you're more on par with this one because you do fan films and stuff.
Yeah.
Why don't you talk about this a little bit?
Well, it's weird because they don't. It's funny because I've actually talked to CBS about this directly, so they have enforced them with me, but I also worked out a deal with them. So it's kind of like, I mean, if you look at every fan film, if you search Star Trek fan films, chronological order, look at the ones that have been released in the last year since they came out. every single one breaks the guidelines in multiple ways, or at least one or two ways, especially the music, because they don't actually enforce most, because most the guidelines are there to stop the top tier, which are now gone. But fans rallied behind the Holy Core, Gary's film, which we talked about in an interview. He did an Indiegogo Kickstarter, didn't get the money, but he still doubled what he got the first time round, showing that fans wanted his content. And then Romulan War, which I'm involved in, that got its full 10k, amazing, shows fans still want to give for quality at a lower figure. We were all worried in the fan film community that people would never give because there weren't celebrities involved. Thank goodness people have, because fan films, we all expect equality, but you cannot do that for free. In some way, either by hiring a good camera for a day to get that quality, especially with 4K now becoming a standard. It's such a difficult thing, and the fact they haven't enforced them really, except on me. But again, we're a deal and it's fine. And guidelines, not rules, but the fact they're all sort of sticking by them, it's very limiting. But also, I mean, look at Vance Major. He made like 37 fan films with a continuing storyline. You can't do that with recurring characters. I mean, it's all a bit of a weird one. They didn't want to do it, but they did. But they're also not actually going out and ramming them down people's throats. Yeah. So it's a weird one. It's just there to stop the big leagues. But Convergence, which I know about. If not, check out Facebook/ fan films.
Oh, there you are. You paused for a second on my screen anyway.
Sorry. Yeah, check out Convergence. That will be a really fun one, because it is a higher tier than it could be for a very low budget, and you'll see.
Yeah. Resurrected Starship said again, I would like to do a very low-level CG fan film, but be able to monetize it about FASA stuff. And I would love that. I would love that. But
well, the only way to do that is through donations, because you can't monetize it. So you'd have to do a Patreon, something where you're not actually trying to get money for the art, but for the craft of you doing the art. There's that distinction. So it's supporting Resurrected Starships in doing animations weekly, monthly. But then you've got to raise your bar, because if people are donating for them, you've got to raise the bar. That's why we always do the trips. It's like you're donating for a trip. We've got to have really cool things on the trip. It can't just be, hey, we want to meet up and chat Trek. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, guys, I gotta get back to this. I want to do a giveaway. I want to give something away on this live chat. So we've got this double XL, 2XL sweatshirt. It's very comfy, very nice material. Got the Trekyards, the insignia thing there. If you guys are interested, it's also maroon. It's not a red shirt, guys. It's a command maroon, I guess. So how should we do this? What should we do?
That's tricky.
That is.
We've had some amazing questions. We don't want to stop the people that will ask good questions. No. We can make it super chat exclusive, but then that's tricky as well.
We should wrap this up soon too, like in 10-15 minutes, I think.
Yes.
We have lives. I got things I got to do.
Yes, 12 p.m. and I'm waking up early tomorrow to go to a convention again. So I'll tell you what, guys. Last 12 minutes. Super chat away if you can. Last 12 minutes. Maybe best question in the next 12 minutes. Like the most interesting question. Well, the most interesting, like intricate, interesting, like makes us like what would Gene say was a really interesting question.
But then we get a lot of questions, and we'll spend 5 hours answering one, and then we won't get to the other 15 questions. You got to be quick answers, so it can't be too complex.
Okay. Yes. Oh, okay. There you go. Best question. That's a super chat. Can be 99 cents. That has to be yes or no answer.
Oh.
And the best yes or no answer question in super chat,
or true or false. I'll take a true or false as well.
Or true or false gets a shirt, and you can email trekyards@hotmail.com when you win, and we'll send that off to you. So you could win it for $1.
Or private message me, because I'll be sending it out, and I'll get your address and stuff. So yeah, that's a good idea. All right.
So there you go.
Yeah, so think of some good yes or no questions or true or false. That's great. As I just want to say, Resurrected Starships, thank you very much for tuning into this. And I watch your content all the time. I'm a big FASA fan, so your episodes have really been enjoyable to watch. So I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you're a fan of Trekyards. Hopefully you're a fan. Maybe you're just scoping out the competition. 'Cause that's what I do whenever I watch Lore Reloaded and Space Dock and just go, oh,
They're good guys.
well, we got Z Films Productions, $5 donation, Canadian. Would Garrett kiss Odo for a Klondike bar? Yep.
No.
Interesting.
Oh.
Question.
Got some.
Daniel Hines, another Swiss franc, $1, but no
But
question.
no question.
Oh, that's sad.
So currently Z Films is getting the shirt. So anyone else?
Z Film, and I got a Z Film shirt in the next room. Hashtag ship porn.
It's true.
It's
true.
Remember, guys, this is a double XL. So even
Yes.
if you're smaller, on a cold winter day, this will keep you nice and warm. It's a big, bulky sweater. You don't have to wear it out. It's not a uniform, but there you go. Wow, getting greedy now that you've noticed the live stuff works grabbing money. Hey, Neff, that's not cool.
When you're seriously running out of money to do this, kind of important. Yeah.
Well, we're giving something away. It's not like you're getting.
Yeah.
Yeah. Plus, I'm paying the shipping, so it's like whatever.
It's true. Yeah. $99 super chat and just have a good yes or no question. It could be anything.
$99 super. Firefighter 09100 $5 super chat. What about releasing the Trekyards Com badge as a fundraiser? Well, we have used those in Indiegogo campaigns. We do have some resin ones left. We're looking at getting a few acrylic ones done. So that's something that we will definitely be doing. Don't worry.
Yeah, we love making the Indiegogos really special, and people sort of resonate on the oh my god, this is a one special time offer sort of thing. So people tend to donate to that. Whereas if you're sort of selling them, then also it's like, well, they're sort of Trek com badges, but sort of not.
Yeah.
It's difficult. It's difficult.
Waymaker 2.0, £4.99 again. Pick your vessels, captain versus commander. A capital ship, destroyer, frigate, cruiser, or fighter. It's not really a question.
Well, it's a question.
I would take a destroyer. No, I'd take a cruiser. I have to take a cruiser. There's no dreadnought.
I guess
option.
I guess I'll take capital, because I'm assuming I get lots of fighters with it as well.
Z Film Production says, Trekyards, if I win, I'll come pick it up and we'll have a beer, LOL. Yeah, he's from Toronto. He's just like an hour and a half away, so there you go. We'll see. We'll see if you've won. So far, I think maybe you've... Oh, my goodness. We just got a $50 super chat. What's SEK? What is that kind of currency? SEK.
I don't know. I will Google it while you say what it says.
Anyway, $50. Michael Anderson. If you could choose any character from any Trek series to appear in Discovery, who would you choose and why? If you could choose any character from any Trek series. Pike, because he's already there. No. Wow, that's a good question.
And it's Swedish again. Swedish Vrona.
Wow, awesome. Thank you.
It's $5 American.
Oh, cool. I would like to see... That doesn't take away from it at all.
Oh no, it's just funny.
I would like to see Kirk, Lieutenant Kirk, something, Kirk aboard the Farragut. I would like to see Kirk in Discovery. I think that'd be kind of cool. I think if they go 7 seasons, they have to show Kirk at least once.
Yeah.
Even just as a small role or just something. I don't know. But yeah, I would say Kirk. That's my answer.
See, I would love to see T'Pol. Mostly because then it'd have to link to canon. She'd be alive, she'd sort of be well. She could be the head. Seeing her as the head of the Vulcan High Command would be fun. And I don't know, it wouldn't add too much, but it'd be interesting. Maybe Worf's dad before he died, because he would be alive. We don't know how old he was when he died.
Yeah,
I don't
but
know.
Will he look like Worf? Is the same? Because the cranial ridges are something that's a family trait.
See again. I say it in the sense of canon. I would want, obviously, the canon version of him to appear, which is the normal Klingon, and I would give them credit for that.
Oh, we're getting a bunch of stuff coming in, so...
Oh, okay.
We got Jamal Taylor, $5 donation. Do you want to find out what happens to the parasitic aliens from TNG episode Conspiracy? Yes, is the answer. Daniel Hines again, 2 Swiss francs. Plain and simple, do you love your Trekyards job? Yes.
Mostly, but yes.
it's just like any other job. Sometimes like, when I got to write a script, I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't want to do it, but I have to do it, and I do bash them out like usually like last minute, like 5 minutes before we need to film.
Jesus.
I procrastinate, but you know why I procrastinate? Because it's worked every other time. It's true.
I let him think that. No, there's a lot of grind.
Yeah.
So also we got another super chat one asking a few seconds ago. Q from the Continuum is overpowered? Yes or no? No, because it was designed to be that powerful.
Yeah.
That's a good question though.
Car Galaxy Studios, $5 Canadian. Who would command the bridge better in a crisis, Tilly or Harry Kim? Harry Kim.
Ooh.
Harry Kim's pretty good. Tilly's.
Oh, that's interesting.
She doesn't have the confidence in herself. She might now because she knows about Captain Killy and she was very confident in that role. But I'd say Harry Kim.
Well, the problem is Kim from season 1, no chance. Kim from the end, yes. But Tilly has a lot more personality. I don't know. I feel like Kim from every season except season 1, just because he was so noob, Does that count as an answer?
Yeah.
I'll read the next one because I know it's targeted at me in a fun way, and you should be asleep soon. Eagle SG, true or false? Voyager CG model is exactly the studio one. What do you think, Stuart? The Voyager CG model is exactly the studio one.
False.
Very false.
Yeah.
The best way of knowing if the CG model is false or not is, or if it's CG or not, is that the back windows underneath the shuttle bay could not be lit on the physical miniature because they couldn't fit any LEDs in there. So if it's lit, it's because it's a CG model.
Great answer. See, you learned something. So far, yeah, that's a good answer. All right, Matthew Werney, $5 donation. Would you think that handling Discovery canon issues by doing a living witness type explanation of it would work? Sure, why not? It all happens in a holodeck, and they got their facts wrong, and it's kind of like Warship Voyager episode where they got the facts sort of right, yeah. But yeah,
that is the episode Living Witness.
I know.
Okay, that's the way you said that. That would be great. Yeah, that's awesome.
Hey, Captain Foley, as a child of the 80s, do you remember a Disney Sunday night movie, Earth Star Voyager? You can catch it on YouTube, a Disney Trek. No, I don't remember that. I used to watch Disney every Sunday night, though, with my family. The Wonderful World of Disney. But no, I don't remember that. I'll have to check that out.
Also, we had another question from Christopher Belor.
Why am I missing these?
I don't know. How do you think Colonel Worf is related to Worf?
I'm going to say, like...
Is it actually grandfather?
That, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Don't know if it was like a cousin-y, grandfather-y thing.
No, it was a grandfather, apparently. So, there you go.
So I'm saving them. I think we have 10 questions, 10 possibles. We have 3 minutes left, guys. If you want to be in a chance to win, win this shirt.
Because I already have a favorite that I think should win.
Okay, I'm going to do a proper as soon as we stop the. It ends at 11, so it ends in 3 minutes, and then we'll decide, I guess, live.
And then
but that won't count
wrap it up like
towards
5
it.
minutes after that. So
yes,
yeah,
because it'd be nice to tell you who won live. So you got 3 minutes, guys. But no, this has been so much fun. Yeah, something interesting to do, and I'm impressed. I'm still awake, like actually awake. Huh.
We got Tokyo Gaijin, 1,000 yen. I think that's the dollar. Think we'll see the House of Duras in Disco.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if they're the rise of the House of Duras. Maybe from something that Laurel does, she puts their family in an important position, and yeah, I can see that showing up. Sure.
And just a non-super chat, but it's an interesting question from Joseph Wooden. Hey, Captain Foley, if you can make an appearance on Discovery, what alien race would you like to be? We haven't seen much of in the show.
I say Gorn, but then you wouldn't know it was me, and we don't know about the Gorn yet. So
you could do facial recognition. Well, no, we do know about the Gorn yet because Lorca found one and killed one.
1,000 yen is $10. Thank you, Random Gamer, Game User 42. I would be an Andorian. Yeah, I think. Well, we've seen a lot of Andorians though.
Not enough, but you know what? A changeling could be interesting because they could be a different sort of changeling, especially if they appear in Discovery. Wouldn't that be kind of cool to have an Odo looking like
Marta from Star Trek 3. What's her name?
Yeah.
The
Oh yeah.
shapeshifter, a cameloid. Yeah.
Mm. And see what the limitations are and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be cool. That'd be cool.
Are you counting down the time? How much time is left?
1 minute. 1 minute.
1 minute left for. I already have a favorite picked in my head from those questions. So.
Michael Anderson, Enterprise Andorian or Discovery Andorian, what do you prefer? Well, we actually talked to Michael Westmore about this, and we've got an episode coming out discussing this. But definitely Enterprise. Although the Andorians, if you change them 25%, they'd be perfect. Thank you.
I like the TOS Andorians with the antenna further back, but they're just from a different part of Andoria, so it's all fine.
Mm-hmm.
They don't have as much movement in them, and that's fine. I prefer the TOS look, but Enterprise is very cool. I love the little intricate moving ones, so that's a tough call.
And we are out of time.
Ding,
so
ding,
thank
ding,
you so
ding,
much.
Ding. All right.
Right, I'm going to quickly read through them. So that is the end. Any super chats now are just more of a thank you as we're closing up. So let me have a little look. What if we don't agree?
Then we'll have to rock, paper, scissors.
Okay, which is totally going to work on a delayed Skype where I can't see you.
Oh.
Okay, which one's yours then?
Mine was Eagles G. True or false? The Voyager CG model is exactly the studio one. I like that because not a lot of people think about that, and you gave some nice little tidbits of knowledge there. That's very Trekyards related. It was very a Trekyards question. It wasn't yes or no though, so it doesn't really fall into the category.
Well, it was a yes or no. Yeah, it is.
Okay, yeah. That's my reason for it, because even though we gave more than a one-word answer, some people learned something, and it was very Trekyards-ish.
But Matt knew I knew the answer though, so he's asking a question specifically to get me riled up, kind of all about that model.
Okay, what's your favorite? What's your favorite?
I liked the parasitic aliens from TNG Conspiracy, because it was such an open-ended thing that could have done a lot more of. So it got me thinking about a lot of stuff straight away. You know?
Okay. I'm gonna go with that one then. I'll agree with you. But I really like the Voyager one, so thank you, Matt. I guess is your name. This is the first time I'm learning this. You apparently know Samuel, so you don't win.
I did. You've had enough cool stuff, Matt.
Okay. So who won that? Let's
Jamal Taylor.
Jamal Taylor.
$5 American.
We need you to email us at trekyards@hotmail.com or send me a private message on Facebook. You can find me very easily. And I'll get your address and I'll send it off, and you don't have to pay anything for shipping. We'll handle all that, and you get this extra large TNG Command Trekyards sweatshirt right there.
And that was fun. I feel like we should do that more times, offer little things.
There's another one here. There's another sample shirt here. So for the next live stream, we'll do it again. How's that?
Yeah, perfect. Maybe some Eagle Moss stuff as well at some point, because those are fun.
Oh yeah, if you want a chance to win a little Eagle Moss Defiant, watch my review of the XL Defiant on the Trekyards channel, and just follow the instructions in the video, and you can win a Defiant from Eagle Moss as well. So there you go.
And it's funny, E. Carlson just said Hotmail? Question mark, exclamation mark.
Yes.
Don't go when people don't like Hotmail, because it's just
that a lot. We don't. There's something we made early on that still works. So if it works, go with it.
It's just a simple email client that everyone knows what it is, so everyone remembers it.
All right, guys, we're gonna wrap this up. So thank you all for joining us.
Is that Matt? Well, good for you. Well, you can tell by how is that in the non-VPR mode how the textures don't work properly. I bet it's that. I've always noticed that.
Anyway, technical jargon going on, and aside, you guys can talk about that separately. I want to thank everybody for joining us. This was super awesome and super chatty. Super fun.
That's actually pretty. Was that intentional, Stuart?
That was intentional, yes.
Okay, you lose points.
It's just, the Trekyards punnage is awesome. It's strong with me.
He has the force. Right. The force to make you not laugh.
Oh, right. Anyway, guys, thanks for joining us. Until next time.
Well, I mean, hour and 43. 200 people. Thank you for all the super chats.
Yes,
I don't know
yes.
how much we managed to raise, but I mean, this is going to make a huge difference, honestly, guys. I don't think you understand how much it takes to make things and what we do and don't get, and this it means a lot more than you think, because this shows that fans like the show and want to support the show, because we don't always get that sense as a continuing thing from other platforms. And so seeing this has really made a huge difference, and you know, encourages us. So we want to do more of these chats, ask more questions, because we do it for you guys. You know, we don't make stuff that we don't want to be seen. It is for you guys. So thank you really a lot. We hope you enjoyed, and we hope people that watch this after the fact enjoy this weird conversation with people. Thanks. Oh, I saw that in the live. Wow, magic. But thanks so much, guys. Thanks for all admins. Thanks Random Gamer.
Yes, thanks Random Gamer 42. Awesome.
Thanks to Stuart for being who he is.
I'm awesome, and so are you, and so is
Thank
Commander Calkins. I was talking to the audience. Not the guy who takes that. Anyway.
And I'm gonna go eat some food and meet Peter Capaldi tomorrow.
And I'm gonna go watch Ready Player One in 3D on my huge 65-inch 3D TV with the family.
Nice.
So guys, thank you for tuning in. We'll see you soon. We'll let you know when there's another live coming up, and hopefully we'll do this weekly thing.
Yeah. Thanks, guys.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.